Ugh, hey. So, this video is going to be a little bit more of a fun video. I don't really have like a complete list, but I'm going to talk about characters that I think CG needs to or might rework or do something with. Some of them aren't really so much rework, it's just I think something could come with it. So anyhow, I think it's a super dead easy obvious number one that everyone's been talking about forever. But where the heck is he? I passed him? Oh yeah, he's year 12 now. This boy right here, Mace, he by far needs a rework. He's got enough tags, so his tags are perfect. But the problem is he is one of the top Jedi. He's like a Grandmaster. He's a top dog. There it is. I was gonna say, why won't he spin around? But yeah, it's like in the Jedi Council, it was him and Yoda were the top two. And yet, in this game, he's trash. And if you were to put him versus Yoda on a one-on-one in this game, Yoda would completely destroy him. But you gotta think about it. In Episode 3, he did beat Palpatine. The only reason he didn't win was because Anakin interfered. But otherwise, at the end of the day, he beat Palpatine. And Papa Palp is supposed to be like some super crazy, powerful Sith Lord, and Mace was able to best him. So that's one. Two, he also was able to easily best Jango. Now, granted, I know there's a difference here. Jango's just a person. He's a bounty hunter. And Mace is a Jedi Grandmaster Force user, so it's kind of not the same level. It's kind of like the Darth Vader scene in Rogue One. It's super cool to finally see Vader strong and powerful like that, but at the same time, you have an ultimate Sith Lord with Force power going up against regular guys with blasters. Like, it's not even, so that kind of diminishes the coolness. Anyhow, though, my point is Jango was evaluated by Dooku. He had Jango go up against a Jedi just to see how him and the clones would be able to perform for Order 66. And Jango bested a Jedi Master. Now, he didn't kill the Jedi Master, he just bested him. It was kind of like the same situation with Mace versus Palpatine. And Dooku ended up killing the Jedi Master with Force power. But still, Dooku was satisfied with Jango / the clones because he saw what happened. He did best a Jedi. So my point is Jango has the potential. And as we saw in Episode 2, Mace easily handled him. He was getting shot at and everything, and he just ran into it, and boom, there goes your head. But yet, here, he's just trash. He's a horrible character. I mean, what are his stats? Where's his attack? Where is it? Did I pass it? Damage. See, low damage. I mean, it could be because of my mods, but like, that's just low. What's his overall health? Very low. Protection's average. Speed's okay. I mean, that's low, but considering I probably don't have him modded for speed at all, that's not too bad. Oh, and you gotta keep in mind, he's the Vapad stuff is all about, or what is it, the Shatterpoint or the Vapad? One of these two. One of his abilities, which is why he has the purple lightsaber, is because he can tap into the dark side of the Force and use it to help him out in situations without it consuming him and making him be a dark side user. So that's another power boost to him. So at the end of the day, I think basically what needs to happen is, one, his moves need to be drastically reworked, all of them. Two, his base stats need to be reworked. And three, he definitely needs like another move or two, and definitely 2 Zetas at least. I think he's definitely worth 4 Zetas. He's one of those top tier characters, like he could have 4. If they made General Anakin Skywalker have 4, there's no reason why Mace shouldn't have 4. So either A, they need to rework Mace, or B, they need to come out with a new Mace that's just the Mace that we want to see. Now, in line with Jedi, another character I think needs maybe a touch-up would be Qui Gon. Qui Gon isn't at the same level as Mace. He wasn't even on the council. I don't think he was, right? Because he didn't really want to be. But he still had respect of the council. He still was a pretty good Jedi. I mean, he trained Obi-Wan. Look what Obi-Wan went on to become. So I feel like Qui Gon needs a little bit more love. Maybe one more move. I mean, he has 1 Zeta already, so we can keep him at 1 Zeta, but maybe give him one more move. Something like, I don't know, something that's maybe just like a support move for the team. You know, something like Master's Guidance or something they could call it. You know what I'm saying, though? Like, just something that gives everybody a buff. But yeah, he's somebody who's good in like if we're talking income ranges, he's good if you're like lower middle class, maybe middle. But once you start getting higher than that in the game, he's just super unviable. Nobody uses Qui-Gon at the end game. Nobody even uses Qui-Gon at my level of the game. I'm kind of like upper middle. Nobody's using Qui-Gon at the upper middle, and nobody's using him in the upper, in the upper lower, and upper middle. Like, he just kind of falls off. So I think he could use a touch up. Another character that I think could use some work, which is kind of silly, but just hear me out when we get to him, is here he is, Jedi Consular. I know, it's goofy. He's just a random character that I feel was just invented for this game, unless there is more to him that I don't realize, but otherwise I think he's just a nobody character. However, because he is your starting character, he's the very first character you get, I feel like he should have a little bit more to him. A little more beefy, so that way then he could be endgame. Like, think about, kind of a completely different franchise, but think about Pokemon. All those games, the starter Pokemon is good. They're good the entire game, and they definitely could help you with the Elite Four. It's a good character. But the same can't be said for Jedi Consular. I mean, geez, I have a second account going, and he's already not viable, and I only have 300,000 GP, and he's already kind of fallen off and a little bit crappy. So I think he should get some kind of touch-up just because he's your starter character, you know? Who else? Ooh, definitely Sidious and Palpatine. I think they both need work. So we're going to start with Sidious, because I'm already here. So, off the bat, he's just not that good. His moves sound decent. You know, 25% chance to ignore defense, chance to ignore defense doubled if target is debuffed. He's got demoralizing blows that inflict expose and an additional damage over time. Unlimited power with all this, sadistic glee. It sounds good, but then when you're actually using him, it's just not there. You know, his health and protection are both ridiculously low. Speed's actually not bad, surprising. Damage is low. What do they say? Brutal attacker are effective against healers and Jedi while boosting allied criticals as a leader. He's just not that good, though. It's Papa Palp. He's like the top Sith. He killed his leader, and he's manipulated Congress and all that to how he sees things to go, how they should be. And he's been running the dark side, and yet this is the crap character you get. He just needs a ton of work. I mean, he went toe-to-toe with Yoda easily, and basically won. He didn't really win, but Yoda accepted defeat, so, like, my point is in this game, Yoda would easily handle him, and that's not how it went in canon. And now Papa Palpa, I think, should have a rework as well, because I know he already did have a rework, and he's way better than he was the first version of him that we had. However, I just still feel like he's not quite where he could be. This move is decent, but just not as decent as it should be, same as this one. It's almost just an average move. The only thing that's super good about him is his leader ability, especially when you're going up against Jedi. I mean, it says also Rebels. I've never tried him against Rebels, I just try him against Jedi, and I know it makes a massive difference. But I mean, let's look at this. His health and protection. His protection is terrible. His health is average. Like, he dies very easily because he doesn't have much health and protection. I mean, combined, he's not even at 100,000. What's he got for defense? Oh, is that armor? I don't know. I don't know, but like, I don't know. He's just not that good. Yes, he's better than he was, and he's better than Sidious, but I just feel he needs more. He's like top dog on the dark side. I mean, geez, they even found a way to make him come back in the stupid Disney sequel trilogy. So you're gonna tell me he has all that potential, but then this is all we get for a character? He needs a little touch up. He doesn't need another move. He just needs a little bit more health, a little bit more damage, a little bit more protection, defense, and just his moves to be a little stronger and maybe a little more potent. Now who? Oh yeah, that's right. Not so much needs a touch up, but what I think needs to happen is the Tuscan faction. I think they need to add 2 more Tuscans and make them a complete faction. I mean, you have this. Tuscan allies gain 55% defense. You have this. Oh, this one, I mean. Tuscan allies gain 100% turn meter and speed up for 2 turns. Let me just do this. Because the point is that I'm trying to make is Tuscans have... Where are they? There they are. They have super high synergy. Even this guy. Tuscan ambush. Deal physical damage to target enemy and call random ally assist. If the assisting ally is Tuscan, both do 50% more damage. Well, plus then as the move gets stronger, it does more damage. Strength in numbers. Tuscan Raider gains 5% offense for each living Tuscan. And nothing happens there. But, so see, that's Tuscan synergy. What's Shaman have? Okay, nothing. All allies gain, blah, blah, blah. Okay, nothing. How about this one? Whenever an enemy unit is defeated, all Tuscan allies gain 10% turn meter and recover 5% of their max health. See? Another one. That's with Tuscan synergy. But you don't get a proper full team. So, even though they have those synergetic abilities, it doesn't really do much. Because, like him, gaining 5% for each ally. Which one was that? This one? Yeah, so that's 10%, because he'd have him and him. Same as like this. Oh, you're gonna boost up the defense of 2 characters. So I feel like they're gonna add 2 more so we can have a full squad. I feel like it's relevant because of Mandalorian. You know, season 2, episode 2. It was all about them helping the Tuscans. So they're kind of relevant, and the Tuscans have managed to be fairly relevant all throughout Star Wars as it is. Episode 4 on Tatooine, Tuscans were relevant. I mean, that was the very first Star Wars too. Let's keep that in mind. And they're already in the franchise. And then episode 2, yeah, it's a brief stint with Anakin slaughtering them, but still. And then now in the Mandalorian, they're showing up again. So they're kind of relevant. It would make sense to boost them up and give them a little bit more love. And they could be like a decent random squad like Jawas. Jawas are actually not bad nowadays. I don't know if it's because of reworks or just, you know, gliding through the radar and nobody noticed until recently, but that could be something like Tuscans. Yeah, they're not going to be a meta team, but they could still have some sort of viability somewhere. Alright, let's get off of this. Jeez. Another character that I was thinking about is Ahsoka Tano Fulcrum. Now, I'm not saying Fulcrum will get a rework or even needs one, but I'm just thinking with Ahsoka getting more relevant, how she showed up in The Mandalorian and how she's supposed to have a spin-off show of her own, I feel like either A, they might update this one, because when you really look at her moves and stuff, she's okay of a character, but she's like a C. You know, when you're in school, if you get a C on a test, you didn't fail, but you didn't do good either. You get a C, like, okay, I passed, I'm average. So that's this Ahsoka. She's just average. She's not terrible, but she's not fantastic. Most people aren't using her because she's not really bringing that much to the table. And to a certain degree, it almost feels like this character is created just almost like, I don't know, to make fans happy. Like, oh, look, we got the older Ahsoka as well. So that's kind of what I think here. I think either A, they'll rework her to match her to the live action Ahsoka, or maybe they'll end up coming out with a new Ahsoka that will be representative. I mean, that will be representative of the live action Ahsoka. Come on. Oh yeah, and that reminded me as well. Boba. I think one of two things. Where is he? I think one of two things. Either A, they gotta rework Boba just a tiny little bit. Or B, maybe they'll come out with a new Boba, because again, he's more relevant, as he, A, clearly, escaped the Sarlacc when we thought he got eaten, and now he's relevant in Mandalorian. He's back even with this suit, he's driving the Slave One again, so I feel like either a mild update to this character, or probably just the new character in general, like they did with Mandalorian. They learned more about Mando, so they made the Beskar suit one, to make up for the lack of information they had the first time around. I did have one other character I thought of. Oh yeah, where is he? Cad Bane. Man, Cad Bane I feel like needs a rework. He already had a rework, and it made him a little bit better, but I still feel like he's behind, mostly just behind his bounty hunter friends. First off, I'm pretty sure Cad Bane is the only bounty hunter that doesn't even have a Zeta. I'm saying I'm pretty sure only because I don't have all the bounty hunters beefed up, but if I'm not mistaken, he's the only one that doesn't have a Zeta. So do something from there that gives him a Zeta. Second thing is, kind of like Jango Fett, he's actually really good against Jedi. And I don't even think they do much for him to recognize that he's got the anti-Jedi synergy. Yeah, I'm not even seeing anything about that. So, I feel like that's something they should incorporate as well. Incorporate his anti-Jedi synergy, give him a Zeta, and yeah, I guess that's about it. I think another one they should probably handle as well is the Stormtroopers. I know Stormtroopers are made to suck in the movies, but at the end of the day, Stormtroopers are actually supposed to be good. They're basically like the dark side version of clones. Clones weren't seen as crappy, and the Stormtroopers aren't supposed to be. I forget why the reason is why they make them suck in the movie, but in the books, Stormtroopers are actually powerhouses. They know what they're doing. They're not messing around. I mean, Palpa wouldn't hire them, and Vader wouldn't hang out with them if they sucked. But they still kind of suck. You know, you got this, which is, this chance has high damage variance. Well, that's stupid. And then, well, that's just a taunt. And then this is kind of, I don't know, it's kind of a crappy ability, especially considering it's a Zeta. So, some kind of rework for Stormtroopers. Make them better. Make them what they're supposed to be. You know, this one's random, but this one I always thought should have a rework as well. Clone Sergeant Phase 1. The reason I think this is because he's a sergeant. Like, he has a position, he has a rank. He's a step up from just a regular clone. So he should be a little bit better. But out of all the clones, he's probably the worst. So it just seems kind of ironic, like everyone else. Like, yeah, Rex is a captain, so that's why he's good. He has a position. But, like, who else is there? Captain. Let me just do this. La, la, la. So, Fives. He's just a character, but he's good. He's a captain, so that's why. He's a sergeant. What's he, just a person? But he's decent. Captain Cody. He's a captain. But you know what I'm saying? Like, he's a sergeant. He should be a little bit better. He has a rank. But he just sucks. So I don't know what they really could do for his rework, but just something small. Just make him a little bit better. Who else? I don't really know offhand because I didn't really think about this. It was just an idea. Like I said, this is something a little more fun, just relaxed. That might be about it. I don't know about ships. I don't think I had any issues with ships. Actually, now that I'm looking at it, I think Leia should have some kind of update. Leia is like she's been a long-standing main character since the first Star Wars, and she was in all the sequels as well. And let's look at this. Heart of the Rebellion. Rebel allies gain 20% critical chance. That's a horrible leader ability. Okay, you can get that just from mods. Like, you don't need to have her be your leader. She should have something way better. And then this, shit, if you throw up some gens, blah, blah, blah. Like, yeah, okay, that's alright. This move's stupid with all the stealth. And then this is okay, but, like, again, it's kind of like Qui Gon. Once you get to, like, that mid to end game, she's nothing. Like, easy to kill. Nobody has her in her team. So either A, they need to rework her, or I think they need to release a General Organa. As, you know, I feel like General Organa, she would almost be like Mon Mothma. But she would have synergy with Resistance and add major viability. Just something. You don't have to rework this Leia, I guess, but at least come out with a new Leia. Last one, maybe. I don't know why I'm saying last one. I don't know. I might have a couple more. We'll see. But definitely this boy right here. Maul needs something. Maul is... he has so much more than this game offers him. This game makes him terrible. And he's actually like a top dog. Think about it. He got cut in half, used the Force to maintain his life. He was able to come back, wreak all his terror that he did. He became the lord of the underworld in the Han Solo movie. He is a significant character. He's not just a throwaway crap character like East Koth. And like they just make him so crappy in this game. It's very disappointing. I remember when I first started playing, I was pumped to get Maul, and then I saw others that had him. I was like, oh, he kind of sucks. I don't know if I want him. And he's not some character you should feel that way. I don't know. So, what I think is either A, they need to massively rework him. I mean, geez, give him probably 2 more moves, update all his moves he does have, give him another Zeta, make him a powerhouse. Or B, maybe just release a new version of him. Maybe like a Galactic Legends Maul. I mean, I feel like that's what he deserves. He is worth it. They could do like a Galactic... They always do like pairings. So you'd have Galactic Legends Maul, and maybe you could have like a Galactic Legends Obi. You know? Or something. Or maybe something from Clone Wars or something. But I don't know. He definitely needs rework. He sucks, and he shouldn't suck. I guess that's it, actually, because now I'm just in the characters I haven't worked on, so I can't really say anything about these guys. I did think of one more thing when I was talking about Maul. Let me just look at him again. Qui-Gon, Obi. Oh yeah, that's right too. Another thing I think they should make is more... I know it kind of gets ridiculous when you have like 45 variants of the same character. Like we have 5 Hans, 5 Chewies, 3 Reys, 3 Kylos. It does get goofy, but I think what they need to do is they should also release more versions of Obi-Wan and more versions of Anakin. There's a lot of versions of Anakin that you could have. There's there's Fallen Anakin. There's Padawan Anakin. There's, I'd say even as a kid, but I don't know what kind of viability you'd have in the game as a kid. But then there's also the same for Obi-Wan. They have Padawan, or whatever it was. Maybe it was Jedi Knight, Obi-Wan, you know, from episode 1. And then you could have like the episode 2 version where he's kind of like a new master with Anakin. Obviously you have him as General Kenobi. They have him as the older version Kenobi.
But then now we got the Kenobi show coming out as well, and that's supposed to be, what is that, like 10 years after episode 3? So they can even have that version of Kenobi. I know he's kind of like a hermit, but Hermit Yoda is decent, so there's no reason why they couldn't have a Hermit Kenobi. And, I guess that's it, actually, now. I think I covered everyone. So yeah, there's quite a few characters that need reworks, or additions to their faction, or something. And, hopefully they happen. And until then, or until next time, you should already know that I said, see ya.